Hey planner babes, this video is my most requested. It's an after the pen video. I hope you enjoy. Hey guys, so this video is basically me writing in my planner all last week. I set up my camera and I filmed every time I wrote in my planner, almost every time, in all 3 planners for the week. In the description of this video, you'll find links for all of the pens that I use in each planner throughout the week. Basically, it's just me writing in this video. So if you guys have any questions, leave them in the description. I'll try to answer whatever you might be wondering about my after the pen spreads. I by far get the most requests for a video showing how I fill out my planner. So usually when I start off the week, I do take the pages off the discs. It's just easier and quicker to write, especially on the left-hand page, but I keep the pages on the discs in my mini when I'm on the go and writing in it. I don't want to lose a page. And throughout the week, I like to add some stickers. This time I'm adding some asterisks for bullet points, color-coded for each of my kids, so I know where they need to be where. And this Faith Warrior had the teal and navy that I was looking for to match my spread this week or last week. So I like to go back and forth between pens. It adds interest, and using a bolder pen and a thinner pen is a good way to highlight more important tasks or things you want to make sure you remember. So I like to switch between the two. I like mixing it up just for fun. It's just an artsy, fun way to fill out your planner. I mean, there's no real reason. You could just write whatever you want. Do what makes you happy. It's your planner. So adding more asterisks for the week and writing with my Muji 38. I always use this pen when it's my finer print writing. I like to use it for lists because it's smaller. And you can get it on Amazon. I'll put the link below. So there's my mini for last week so far. Then we have my classic. Again, I take the pages out just to get started for the week. If I just have to write one thing in later, I leave it on the discs. And this time I'm going to use these triangle bullets that are in the Joanne Mega Pack and a couple other books. And I'm going to use the same trick that I used for planning earlier this week, where I just take a thick black marker and I color in some triangles to make them black. Amazing. Plan with Elise came up with that. I'll tag her below again so you guys can find her, but I like to add bullet points, and I add some icons during the week. So here's my Cocoiro pen. It's a really fine tip firm brush pen. Again, I like to mix it up, and this is the bolder pen I use for headers and things I need to remember, or just for fun because I like to brush letter. I see this as an opportunity to practice. If you want to learn how to letter, you need to practice, practice, practice. That's what I tell everybody. It's not what they want to hear, but it's the truth. And when I was learning how, I used my brush pen in everything. I wrote grocery lists with it. I wrote little notes with it. I always used it. That's the best way to get practice, and it's just fun for me. So I use the brush pen in my planner. There we go. Fine tip Muji pen again for the lists and writing smaller so that things fit. And back to the Zig pen. Again, I'll link it down below. And I also use these boxes to catch my attention, more important stuff, early release for my kids. I write it in both planners. So if I write, usually the only things I write in my mini and my classic are things that we need to be at. So things we need to leave the house for, because I don't want to be out of the house, write something in my planner, in my mini, and not realize that something else was scheduled for that time. Everything else is basically lists and stuff. So appointments, baseball games, practice, things that my kids need to be at a certain time, or I have to be at a certain time, I write in both planners just to make sure I'm not forgetting anything and making conflicting plans. So there was the first time I wrote my classic. We'll be back later in the week to fill out more. There we go. The next one is my Healthy Hero. This one is interesting. It's funny to explain, but I don't always I don't always fill it out every single day like clockwork. Sometimes I use it to reflect, and I can write like a couple, 2-3 days in it at once. So at the top I journal, and I use my Muji pen mostly. In the middle is my focus. I like to put quote stickers or write little quotes or reminders in bold pen so I can see it easier. Good reminders for the day. This one says, keep going, to encourage myself to keep going. And then the Muji, of course, I use for meal tracking, food tracker, because it's so small and I can write on those small squares and fill everything I eat in for the day. So up here you'll also see I mix it up with my Papermate Flair and write bold words to keep it interesting up top. We'll see it again when we come back. And here's my mini. I added some stuff to the to-do list. There we go. Not much written in that one this week. I think I'm already done with it there. And here, adding more to my classic catch-all and a cute little sticker or two because I cleaned, so I get a sticker as a reward. I'm like a child. And the left-hand page is always hard to write in if you're right-handed, and the right-hand page is hard to write in if you're left-handed because of the discs. That's what's so great about being able to take the pages off of the discs so that you can write neatly without those getting in the way. So here's some more lettering down below. Volleyball practice. Even if it's one thing, I like to mix up the pen because glancing at it, I could see down there volleyball nice and bold, and it'll catch my eye and it'll remind me what's there. And then next to it, I put Avery and practice. So then another sticker, gotta call the doctor. So I got a cute little thing right there. I like to add a few of these throughout the week. Sometimes I don't add any, sometimes I add a lot more. And on to another day in my classic. You could tell my shirt changes throughout the videos. So rain was predicted to rain out my son's practice, so I added the cute little rainy day stickers from the journaling doodles. And Friday ended up being pretty full on my planner, so I wrote more and more and more there. Back to my wellness planner, filling in for the day. Again, I like to reflect or remind myself what happened that day in my today section for my mood or how I was feeling. See there, I'm using Papermate Flair for cute little bold words in my little journaling area. I think it looks cute, and it's another way to catch my attention where I can see happy or sad or hungry or tired by just glancing at it. So then we track the food for the week, for the day, and the exercise. It says never quit, and I put or never start because I didn't. And you see in bold I wrote jelly beans because I ate 4 billion jelly beans last week. And here I put a thumbs down for not doing anything all week. So I hope you guys like how I fill it out. Anyone who doesn't see my After the Pens on Instagram, this is your chance to see it all. At the very end of the video, I show you all 3 planners filled in. So if you want to stick around for that. And of course, again, all the pens will be linked in the description. So you can see my nails change throughout the week. I hope this helped you guys. I really like writing in my planner. It's kind of a relaxing time for me. I sneak away and get some quiet time, even with my son. When I'm watching him during the day, he could find me hiding away at my planner, trying to write something in real quick before he catches me and wants me to go get him another snack for the 100th time. So, so it's cathartic. It's like therapy, writing in my planner, and then checking off the to-dos is like the best thing in the world. I think they said that it releases a hormone that makes you feel super happy if you check something off a to-do list. So I like to even write things that I've already done down so I can check them off. Who doesn't do that? Come on, we all do that, right? Another confession is not every week ends up looking like this. I worked really hard to make sure I filled it in for you guys. Sometimes I forget, sometimes I remember. Some weeks are busier than others. Some weeks I have nothing to write. stay-at-home mom life catches up with me and there were no plans, but I try to write something in. It's kind of like finding good in every day, finding something you planned for or looked forward to and got to write in your planner. So I hope you guys enjoyed my After the Pen video. Watch ahead and I'll show all my planners as it was done for last week. As usual, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.